On the faraway continent of Norzelia, three mighty powers reigned. The Kingdom of Glenbrook, through which runs the mighty Norzelia River, bringing flourishing trade. The Grand Duchy of Esfrost, a land of ice and snow beneath which slumbers rich veins of iron. And in the desert, the holy state of Hyzant, home to the lake from which is harvested the salt essential to life. With each nation controlling one vital resource, conflict between these three powers was all too common. Minor disputes and skirmishes gave rise to fierce battles, and before long, the realm was engulfed in a bloody conflict that would rage on for years. Many died in what came to be known as the Salt Iron War. Brought to their limits and facing their mutual demise, the three powers at last negotiated a truce. The Norzelia Consortium is formed, a neutral organization that oversees fair trade of iron and salt. Finally, peace came to the realm. 30 years pass. Now, a new bond is set to be formed between the Grand Duchy of Esfrost and House Wolffort of Glenbrook, whose power in the kingdom is second only to that of the royal family itself.
Lord Serenoa? Good morning.
Congratulations, my lord. The future of Wolffort is looking brighter than ever.
Today's the day, is it not? We're all ready for the big moment. Thank you, everyone.
Young Master, Lord Serenoa. So, you were here after all.
Ah, Benedict.
You can thank Eridor for that. He couldn't refrain from blabbing the news to anyone who would listen. I'll have a talk with him after.
This is a momentous day, not merely for our domain, but for all of Glenbrook. I do not think it possible to keep it a secret.
This is well and true, my lord, but you must consider your betrothed's lineage.
I'm well aware of the situation, Benedict. I cannot say for sure what repercussions this may have. What I do know is that the people rejoice for us and harbor hope for the future. As the future Lord of House Wolffort, I must rise to the occasion.
Fine resolve, my lord. As House Steward, I will do all in my power to assist.
Thank you, Benedict. It is heartening to have the support of my father's right-hand man.
Shall we head to the port then, my lord?
So soon? I had thought we would have more time.
The river's waters have risen with the heavy rainfall earlier this week. And given the wind, I think it likely that Esfrost's ship will arrive ahead of schedule.
You never cease to amaze. Very well then, let us be on our way.
I thank you for the escort. You are free to go.
Lady Frederica, there is no one here to receive you.
He will be along shortly, no doubt. If I have heard true, he is not the type to keep a lady waiting.
By your leave, then. We wish you everlasting happiness, my lady.
Thank you. I shall work hard, both for my new home and for my motherland. Please let brother, the Archduke, know that.
As you command, my lady. We leave the rest to you, Gila.
I shan't let you down. Phew, Glenbrook at last. Finally, we can take a...
I much prefer it to being late. This is a momentous day for Esfrost, and for the entire realm. We cannot afford to make a bad first impression.
I agree, which is why we cannot have you looking so tense. Why don't we go for a bit of a stroll?
A fine idea. After all, this may be the last time in a while that I am free to do as I please. Most are not inclined to grant liberty to one of Rosellan heritage, such as me.
You brought that pendant with you?
Of course. It is the only memento I have of my mother.
Thank you kindly, little lady. Letting a whole boatload of guards go back home was a stroke of genius. We heard tell you'd be here, and we wanted to be the ones to welcome you.
The winds of fortune are blowing today, aren't they, Pa?
Brigands!
Stand back, Frederica. I shan't let them have you.
What do you intend to do with us?
Make you our little hostages is all. And wring every last coin out of the duchy and House Wolford.
What's with that pink hair, though? Ya Rosellen? And that lady looks like she's from Hyzant. Did we go after the wrong boat?
Impossible! The ship was full of Vesfrosti soldiers.
Enough! I am without a doubt.
Have you bandits no shame? Attacking two innocent women?
And just who in the hell are you?
You needn't know who. Surrender now, and we can resolve this peacefully.
Do you even know who you're talking to, boy? We don't do anything peacefully.
Got that right. But if you surrender now, we'll spare your miserable lives.
It appears they're not keen to listen.
Indeed. They don't strike me as the type to be swayed by logic.
Quit your whimpering and just accept you're done for. Once Travis, his daughter Trish, and their mighty crew set their sights on you, ain't nothing you can... Enough of this! You'll regret ruining our...
To arms, my lord.
Stand back, the both of you.
No, we fight together. I brought this upon us through my indiscretion. Pray allow me to help.
My lady.
I am a teacher of the arcane arts, and Frederica is a most apt pupil.
I can assure you we shan't be a burden.
Then I ask for your support from the back lines.
And you shall have it.
Why didn't you tell me you were having such fun? I would have joined you sooner.
What are you doing here?
Let us talk later. Now, I believe we have some lawless...
I hope you adults are...
Their confidence is admirable, at least. Orders, my lord?
Give them no quarter. We cannot allow brigands to have the run of Wolford.
Just who are these people anyway?
Now, Benedict.
think you got what it takes to best my family? Ha! Fools! My turn. Give 'em a fight, men. Distinguish yourself in battle and you'll receive your due reward.
We do not take kindly to thievery here in Wolfort. You will pay for your crimes.
From where shall we strike?
You think you're all high and mighty, huh? Make way! We're just trying to make a living! Ha!
Our land has no place for those who... I shall try my level best. I have your back.
Splendid. My turn. Shall we make it a contest, my friend? Let us see.
I think not. Whatever would I tell your father?
These are no ordinary men.
Impossible!
Let us remain calm and clear-headed. Cool heads shall prevail. Be at ease.
This will help.
We must defend.
Let me show you what I've learned.
Hello, me!
Haha!
I'm a fool.
My turn.
For the honor of House Wolfort. This ends here! That hit the mark.
One more.
I won't lose!
Yeah!
Make way!
I'm a fool.
Bullseye!
Let us pry out their weakness.
My turn. Hello, me. Impossible.
Ouch!
I shall do what I can. Allow me.
This will help.
I fight for peace. with the powers in me. What? Oh, no!
My turn. This one'll hurt.
No! Impossible! Charge!
You little...
Yes! Defeat is not an option. This ends here!
Follow my lead.
Ready for battle.
Ugh! We mustn't lose heart.
Be at ease.
I see a path to victory. I have your back.
Delightful. Ah!
Let me show you what I've learned. Here I come!
Coming through!
From where shall we strike? This ends here! To lead, I must grow. This won't be easy. My lance strikes true!
Damn, that hurt!
Follow my lead.
Now what?
Almost.
Let us pry out their weakness. Your defense
that
is
hurt.
weak.
What have we here?
Damn, that hurt!
Shall we begin? Be at ease.
My apologies.
I fight for peace.
Sorry!
Defeat is not an option.
This ends here!
Little
That
may
hit the
I
mark!
help?
For a better world.
You'll rue this day!
Sheer goal! You don't stand a chance! Did you see that? I'm a fool.
Have another.
Close, but not quite.
I shall do what I can. Allow me.
My apologies.
Let us pry out their weakness. You have nothing left. My knowledge grows deeper.
I fight for peace. with the powers in me.
Coming through!
My turn. Take that!
I struck true.
For my kingdom!
Defeat is not an option. Wait your turn!
I shall do what I can.
Allow me.
The tides are turning.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Leave it to me!
I fight for peace. Flames, heed my call!
Charge! My lance strikes true!
My stratagem is superior.
For the honor of House Wolfort. Perish!
Damn it all! This can't be!
Wait, I know that face! That's the Wolfort Lordling!
What's that you say?
Wolfort? It can't be.
What are they doing here so damn soon?
This ain't what we planned for. Let's get out of here.
For a bunch of no-good thieves, at least they know when they're in over their heads.
I would have preferred to apprehend them and see them atone for their crimes, but so be.
Your bride-to-be is safe. Isn't that what matters?
My bride-to-be.
My sincerest apologies. I had no idea we were being trailed. But where are my manners? I am Frederica of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. I have come to fulfill our agreement. I am honored to join you in marriage and to call House Wolfort my new home.
The honor and pleasure is mine, Lady Frederica. Pray forgive me for not introducing myself sooner.
To think you'd fight at each other's side in battle before exchanging your vows. Though, I dare say that it bodes well for Wolford that its new lord and lady make such a fine team.
Your Highness! Here you are. Why, the entire Kingsguard has been scouring the land for you.
Did you sneak out of the castle again, Roland?
When I heard my best friend's betrothed was arriving in Glenbrook, I simply couldn't miss the occasion.
While we appreciate the sentiment, perhaps you should have said something to...
I'm the least of my dear father's concerns. Though I suspect Huette will think otherwise. I suppose I'd best be on my way back. Rest easy, my fair Lady Frederica. You are in good hands here. I look forward to celebrating your union.
His ring bore the insignia of Glenbrook's royal family.
Prince Roland, King Regna's younger son.
So a lord and a prince drove off a band of brigands by their own hand. What a fascinating nation we've come to, Frederica.
This is Sheila, my tutor and attendant.
Famed is the martial prowess of the Wolforts. It was an honor to be able to witness it firsthand.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Serenoa of House Wolfort. And this is Benedict, trusted steward of my family.
It is my honor to serve Lord Serenoa in any and all matters.
On behalf of House Wolfort, I welcome you to our domain.
You may think this is an odd question, my lord, but I ask it nonetheless. What does the color of my hair mean to you?
I think it's nothing to be surprised about. We have Roselle living in our very domain.
You are kind to say so. And yet, there are some who would say that this hair is proof of my ancestors' sins, and shun me for it.
Rest assured that no one in House Wolfort would say such terrible things. There is nothing you need worry about here.
Thank you, my lord.
Lady Frederica, everyone awaits. Allow us to escort you back to Castle Wolf.
Thank you, Benedict. It would be my honor.
Serenoa of Glenbrook's House Wolford and Frederica of Esfrost will unite in marriage to strengthen the ties between their two nations. In doing so, the newfound allies hope to hold their own in the face of Hyzant's salt monopoly, which continues even now, decades after the war. Who could have known that this was but a prelude to an uprising that would engulf all of Norzelia in the flames of war?
wherever did my fool brother run off to? I explicitly told him I wanted him here when we welcome our...
It would seem Prince Roland shrugged off the King's Guard and went on a little excursion, as he's wont to do. I swear it's as if the boy exists to drive.
He is an embarrassment to our family. No matter. I will see.
Your honored guests have arrived, Your Highness.
I see new faces among them. I trust you can tell me more, Claire.
But of course, Your Highness. The imposing-looking woman over there is General Avlora of Esfrost. Her prowess in battle is such that some say she is the second coming of Groma Ironfist, hero of the Salt Iron War. If the rumors of her strength are true, she is more likely to emerge victorious than any but the Dawnspear himself. Over there is Minister Exham Marshall of the Holy State of Hyzant. He is the newest appointee to the Saintly Seven, and has been placed in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs. 'Tis a rise to prominence nigh unheard of for one so young.
A general of the Grand Duchy and Hyzant's young hope. I imagine this will not be the last I hear of them. I know this man, Sorsley End of Hyzant, yes?
Just so, my lord. As you doubtless know, he is the Holy State's Minister of Salt. A prestigious position, though it is said he feels threatened by Minister Exham of late.
So even the great monolith that is the Holy State is not immune to internal strife. Thank you, Claris. I can see they were not wrong to tap you to lead the consortium.
As the officially appointed bookmaker for the tournament, it would not do.
Your Highness, Lord Thalos and Lady Erica, brother and sister of the Archduke. They will be joining the festivities in Archduke Gustadolf's stead.
Word has it that Lord Thalos has been appointed Prime Minister, which would make him the second most influential...
Archduke Gustadolf is said to prize freedom more than anything. It would seem that includes...
With all due respect, Your Highness, the decisions of another nation are their own. Do take care not to say anything that might...
You need not remind me, Patriot. I know there is little to be gained from quarreling. Honored guests, I am Franny, Crown Prince of Glenbrook. It is an honor to welcome you to our kingdom in my father's stead. I can assure you we have spared no effort in preparing for tomorrow's festivities. Let us ring in this new age of alliance together. Though I imagine some may be too occupied awing us with their prowess in the tourney to enjoy the revelry themselves. Allow me to escort you to Whiteholm Castle, where the ceremony will take place.
Prince Roland, finally you return.
At ease, Huette. I trust all with...
Well enough. Another visit to the Wolfort domain, was it?
Indeed, on minor business.
Apologies indeed. You know full well that I am under strict orders from your father.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Besides, no one would lose any sleep if something happened to me. Father and Franny at least. Even Cordelia would get along perfectly fine without her brother.
Well, I would not. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
Huette, forgive me, truly.
I should hope not. So it is true that you plan to fight in the tourney on the morrow. And alongside House Wolfort, no less.
How did you...
His Grace told me, when he commanded me to keep you out of trouble.
So far...
And so I have decided to fight at your side. You won't be slipping away on my watch this...
As you wish.
Welcome back, the both of you.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
None to speak of, aside from Eridor here.
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord...
Lower your voice. Must you always shout? Or can't you see that it was that big mouth of yours that invited trouble in the first place?
There is no cause for concern, Eridor. Besides...
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... And this must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
I am Frederica. It is a pleasure and honor to meet you all.
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Allow me to introduce those in service of House Wolfort. This is Eridor, Master-at-Arms and Commander of our military...
You'll be the lady of House Wolfort. No harm will befall.
And this is Anna.
If you require anything, just say the word.
They may not be of my blood, but they are my family just the same, and from this...
I am aware that in all of Glenbrook, House Wolfort is second only to the royal family in power and influence. I will do my best not to...
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the...
His voice certainly does...
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to...
My lord, your father... As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparation.
Lady Frederica, pray come with me.
As you are well aware, there are two events of utmost importance to be conducted before...
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Esfrost and Hyzant, no less.
You can thank King Regnant for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the three nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festive.
From the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Lord Dragan Esfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operation. The Holy State of Hyzant will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven. And our own Lord Simon will serve as Glenbrook's delegate, and meet with the two before the ceremony.
Quite so. After that, it will be how... Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister...
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony is over, we can get to the real highlight of the day. Ah, my blood's already rushing, just envisioning the
From Esfrost, the much-renowned General of... And from Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshal.
Then, of course, there's our reigning victor, the pride of Glenbrook. Still, I wish him all the best of luck against their hope.
On that matter, Prince Roland has expressed a desire to join the tourney as a member.
Why would the boy want to fight with us and not his...
Apparently, he originally formally requested to do just that.
And so he came to the young lord in hopes of finding another way. Well, he's more than welcome in my book. The royal family said... I reckon His Majesty would be beside himself with joy if we could deliver a beating to him.
Doubtless so. Very well.
Finally, there is the matter of Lord Simon's health.
Indeed. Sadly, the Lord of the House is in... Barring some miracle, I anticipate that Lord Serena...
Lord Simon. I suppose... So be it then. You can leave watching.
Good. I remind you that while this is a joyous, let us not give them an opportunity.
Father, I bring to you my...
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederick.
Ho ho, the
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolfort, the Sultan... I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family.
There is... You are tired from your journey, I am sure.
Thank you, my lord. Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to...
Oh ho, I'd heard you.
Pray forgive my insolence. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might...
A most reasonable request.
Yes, Father.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Esfrost. That the tide...
To give us more leverage against Hyzant with their monopoly.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Esfrost consolidating their power. And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, and House Wolford, for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the... If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could...
It would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed...
Just so, yet neither nation chose that.
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse...
We could be cast away like pawn.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of them.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement...
Well said, my son.
Father!
Lord Simon!
I am an old man, and my health is not what... As of this day, I abdicate my... You will serve in my stead from tomorrow.
But, Father...
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me with your work. Think always about what your subjects need from you. Do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord.
Thank you, Father. I will...
Lady Frederica, your fate is not a simple one. Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son. This is House Wolfort's entreaty.
Of course, my lord. It was my...
Beg pardon, my lord, but Lord Dragan and Minister Lilac...
Very well. Presiding over tonight's banquet will be my final duty as Lord. Tomorrow's ceremony will mark... And after that will be your wedding. Rest...
Years after the Salt Iron raged across Norzelia, a vein of... United at last in common cause, the Kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the Holy State of Hyzant. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era of tranquility in this... One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify. Among those who would forge this road is Sarah Noah Wolford, inheriting the title of Lord Wolf.
Welcome to Castle Wolford. Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State, were it not for your nation's generous...
You are too kind, Lord Simone. You too have served an invaluable... Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as... None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling family of... I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask...
Your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war, an arrangement made with the previous Archduke. Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself.
And this is your son?
Sarah Noah Wolford.
And I am Frederica Esfrost.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolford.
You're abdicating your position? Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in...
Great. Go.
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall...
Indeed. He has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norselian.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to... As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always...
He should have arrived by now, has it?
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Ah, he is your cousin, yes. I see we share...
The banquet will begin soon. I shall...
Very good. Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you to act as if you're already Lord of the House. Our guests are the most esteemed personages of their respective nations.
Of course, Father.
I thank you for your hospitality today, Lord Serenoa.
Think nothing of it. Did you enjoy the city, Lord?
Quite. Its people are full of life and love for their lord.
You honor us with your word.
I am only being frank. Frederica is the sister of the Archduke. I would not see her marry into an unworthy house. Suffice to say, my expectation.
I have heard much of your ingenious contributions to the mining efforts.
As do I. Finally, our nations, with Esfrost's iron, Hyzan's salt, and Glenbrook's mediation, there is no limit. We must regard each other as equals. And
I sense skepticism in your words, Lord Dragan. Do you mean to imply our relations are not already
I need not imply anything. The salt tax you claim makes my case more than clear.
bold words from one so young? Is that how peers speak to?
Perhaps the young ones, yes. What do you think, Lord?
Dissatisfaction with the salt tax was one cause of the war, was it not?
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true This is the foundation of the teachings that guide us in high by allying with Esfrost. Do you mean to gainsay our most fundamental belief?
Of course not, Minister. We understand that the source is Norzelia's sole supply of salt, and we would not deny that it is the Holy State's right to harvest and tax it as you see fit.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Though it strikes...
You needn't be so non-committal, Lord Serenoa. It is only reasonable that the three of us have differing opinions on the matter. However, that is all the more reason for us to be open to frank discussion.
Honored guests, pray, we of House Wolfort are but simple warriors. I'm afraid matters of finance. This, however, I can say. We will fight injustice and tyranny wheresoever. Of course, we do not enjoy conflict. Still, we will not hesitate to defend our land. No matter how mighty the threat, we will fight for home.
Yes, Lord Simone.
I apologize if I spoke, but the fact remains that as every winter passes, the tension between our the common folk have all but forgotten its taste. I simply want to ease their suffering.
The ministry I oversee is committed to the preservation of life. I personally believe that salt should not be a luxury reserved for the privileged few. All those who live require it. Not just those lucky enough to be born within the borders of our holy...
You agree with me, then?
How I feel matters little. In Hyzant, the word of the goddess. But perhaps this joint mining venture of yours may lead to the change.
Indeed, we must set our gazes to the... I expect you will be the ones to usher...
Yes, Father.
Father spoke not a single word to me today.
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to...
You speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts and Minister Patriot.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To take the blame for his failures?
They are to serve as he sees fit.
The hell they are.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
What?
How fortunate for you to have a friend in the new lord. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now, but use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants. They're my friends.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
Stop this fighting at once.
Enough of this.
Where
are you going?
To train with Sir Maxwell. I would clear my head. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Brother...
Your spear wavers, my prince. Something weighs...
You've always been able to see through me.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your...
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
Not exactly, my prince. It can be... After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable...
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight.
I take the field with House Wolford. Together,
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young? Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what...
Sir Maxwell. Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince. Sometimes...
Surely you jest. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man.
Apologies. I forget myself. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize.
Now that's what I call a feast. You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good...
You are too kind, Lord.
And humble as well.
I can tell that your heart is pure and...
Lady Frederica.
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return...
No apologies are needed.
I...
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in S...
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosella, Gustadolf's full siblings, are the worst of the lot. They have not a... They cruelly bully the girl endlessly.
Is this...
True? Of course it is. I know. My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former But no more. I shall show all those simpering And so I did my due research at the archives. That's mine.
Dragan, please. I believe you.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libation. Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, do not...
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten?
Oh, yes, I am too young to have known the war, so But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand...
It is impossible to understand.
Interesting. You are the first I've spoken to express...
Like as not, it is a baseless one.
It is a lord's place to... We may at last share a common goal, but our motivations differ. The future is murky. My new cousin has the intuition of a leader, I see. Or perhaps you're simple. In any event, it is always good. Let me tell you what I believe. As always, it is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Whatever lies in our future, those who make it will mark their... And I would write yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come.
Dragan!
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit tipsy.
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned it.
Quite the passionate.
He's never been one to hide his ambition. Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and true
Feelings which...
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down. But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must, though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new...
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady.
Please, call me Frederica.
Of course, my... Frederica. We should carry your cousin to his chambers.
Certainly, Serenoa.
Benedict. I thought I...
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord?
Forgive me, my lord.
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it, as do I. For 30 years you have served my house better than...
You honor me.
My lord.
My lord, I will call for a
do not bother, Benedict. You know as well as I how my heart now fails.
My lord.
And so I entrust for our house.
Pray. Certainly. I will live to serve your son until...
Did you hear that, Destra? My old dear friend.
I will not let...
My beloved son, Serenoa, will oversee the matters of our house from this day. I expect you to serve him...
Of course.
Aye, my lord. Our undying loyalty.
My son, listen well. A lord's judgment shapes the fate. Responsibility for their well-being now falls...
Yes, father. To that end, I require wise counsel. As Lord of House Wolford, it is my duty to consider the best course from... I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, for my house and my people...
Well spoken, my son. I dare...
The scales of conviction. A holy relic.
It was gifted to our family by the king. However, it is of little...
Coins.
Tokens of conviction, we call them. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will heed well the advice of your friends and such. Such has been the way of our house.
I will, father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise.
Very good. Now do...
We await your orders.
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be but the...
And so the stewardship of House Wolfford passes from father to son, with the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the... With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolfford sets his eyes.
So Lord Simon will step down. I suppose the time comes for us all. What wisdom has your father bestowed upon?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Sarah Noah of House Wolfort. The crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyalty.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I dare you to say that again, Thalys.
Must you make me repeat myself? I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling's son you are.
You would say me? You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is mocked by noble and commoner alike.
Dragan, you forget...
You both forget yourselves.
Frederica?
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home. Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
Such strong words. Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolfort?
Please, Erica.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their preparation.
And you must be Sarah Noah Wolfort. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple no longer. Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
Those two.
Thalys and Erica Esfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke and my half-sibling.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together for this.
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian Mines have commenced in earnest.
The Earth has yielded treasures more magnificent than even we had anticipated. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of prosperity for all of our nations.
Well said. With Hyzant's salt and capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook's raw materials and manpower, our realm's future is bright indeed. It is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight. We owe it. A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to so swiftly see our labor, and House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds be. Let us raise our cups and huzzah! Huzzah!
Lord Serenoa's smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eridor. We have a...
Now that the formalities are done with, let the festivities begin. Step forward, Sir Max.
So, this is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never...
I would take the measure of this man.
Now that the foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much... Here, here!
Here, here!
Will any among you prove a match for our Sir Maxwell? I very much look forward to finding out. Until then, help yourselves to our hospitality and our wine.
Eat, drink, and be merry. It shall not be long until final preparations are complete.
Our time is nigh, Serenoa. Ah, but I forget myself. Our time is nigh, Lord Wolfort.
Thank you. But living up to the title will...
You'll do your father proud, I'm sure.
Come. Preparing for the tourney will take...
Training? And here when your friend is troubled by doubt.
Did you expect me to comfort you as your wet nurse?
Your new title's made you bold. Just because you've become Lord, it doesn't mean I'll sit back and take your barbs on that.
Haha, now that's...
At least my wet...
You two are quite the pair, aren't you?
Fast friends from the day we met.
Apologies for not introducing you sooner.
I am tasked with keeping His Highness safe, though he often seems to resent it.
Ah, Prince Roland has told me much about...
I shall see that it is so.
Now, let us begin our preparations.
Today, we claim...